Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie Beer all day. I'm about to review a knife today. Y'all can see what it is. It's the Work Tuff Gear Steadfast Large. I brought you the other size, and this is how the English language doesn't work for me. I am not a fan. That said, I freaking love it. I know it doesn't make sense. Nothing I say usually does, but I am not a fan of this right here. Just aesthetically, I am just not a fan. But the knife is designed so well, it didn't matter. The smaller size was phenomenal. This one, I can tell you in the hand, just the feeling with the weight more forward because it's a longer blade. The short one was great. This one feels better. Just because I have a personal opinion where I think a step down is unattractive, it means absolutely nothing when it comes down to, is this knife good? Does this knife do what it's supposed to do? And can anyone use it? This thing is phenomenal. And we haven't even taken outside yet. I just happen to know from the smaller one what I got out of it as far as feeling. And this one is even better. So we're going to start real quick. Thanks to Scab, Choir Boys Outdoors, first of all, and Mr. Vic Lynn over at Work Tuff Gear. So this is what you get. Now, I believe when you get it, it does come with a strap, a belt loop. It does. It comes with a belt loop when you buy them. I don't have one, but don't let that rule you off when you see this without a belt loop. If you buy one, it'll come with one. But you can see tons of area for lashing, for leg loop, water drainage, for accessories. You can use different kinds of clips. And I was just looking for one. Like, I could take any clip off a knife like this or a knife like this, and I can attach it to a knife like this. So it really doesn't matter if you have clips, and I even have some. I have some nice cages that I can mount to this because the amount of holes and the spacing is perfect. It's perfect. Vic does a great job when he does these Kydex sheaths. Plenty of security in there. Just a great sheath. But this thing, first of all, when they do this style finish, it's one of my favorites. I love that. It's so prehistoric looking. It looks like it was made in a cave, except by somebody who really knew how to make a knife in a cage. You'll see it has a lanyard hole. The white liners are freaking beautiful. It really, really jumps out with this knife. The finish on this thing is just slap your mama nice. This is sweet. Let's quickly go over it. So it's Calvin Richardson designed, just like the other Steadfast. And the reason for the step down is actually an actual use. You can use a finger. You can put your finger this way. You can put your thumb here. So when you're doing tight cuts, that little notch, even for me, the look I don't like of it, I love it there because it freaking works. And after testing the first one, I have a better appreciation for it just because where he put it. He put it in a great place to where it's going to work. I've seen some that just made no sense. And Calvin does a much better job than a lot of the other people on this step down design. He does a much better job. It just makes sense where it is. I love where the guard comes out. He didn't just bring the guard to the level of the edge because it's a narrower blade. So he brought it out further, then cut back to the ricasso. It gives you such good traction, such good hold when your pinky's in there. You can see you're not going anywhere. Stabbing down, it is not going anywhere. Overall sharpness, it is Work Tuff Gear, so it should be mighty right. Let's see here. when I say should be mighty right, it is 100%. Oh, I think you could all see it there. 100% shave freaking sharp. And now my tattoo looks nicer. So, work Tuff Gear. Oh, I mean, the design Calvin did a great job. He designed it to be useful, to be practical, to be usable. He did it. The grip is really comfortable. You can see he has a nice kick out here to keep the rear of your hand from flying off. It also allows you to choke down, putting that middle finger right before the well on the end. Give this area right here, gives you plenty of real estate if you need to do some harder chopping to choke down. It really works. This swell right here isn't oversized. It is perfect. This little finger well right here isn't cut in too deep. It's perfect. The bow out here isn't oversized. It is perfect. You can see how the grip works and how it's going to fit in the hand. Just by looking at it, you can tell, all right, that looks like it's going to be a good knife grip. And it absolutely is. I think he did a great job with that. Quick specs, and then we'll take it outside and just start cutting. We are looking at overall length of 12¼ inches. The blade length is just a bit over 7 inches, leaving the cutting edge at exactly 7 inches. The blade thickness is 0.188 inches. And let's see, it is a saber grind with micro convex cutting edge. Let's see, he calls it a straight clip point, which is basically a modified clip. And it's beautiful. I love it. I hate when people take a modified clip and because it doesn't have an arch in it, they call it a drop point. It's not a drop point. If it's straight and not round or not concave, if it's convex, that's a drop point. This is not a drop point. So he actually did the right thing by calling it what it actually is. Drives me crazy when people don't know what things are called. And this is a kniff. So let's see. The steel is Bowler K329 with a Rockwell of 5860. The blade finish is rugged, which is amazing, with dark wash, which is amazing. It just the combination that they do over at Work Tuff on this, and they do it on like a lot of their different knives, or maybe even all, where they'll do this toothy stone ground look into it. It's my favorite. I love that look. I think it's phenomenal looking. So the handle material is G10, and it doesn't have that hard G10 feel. It's done really well. I like the way this one's ground in. It's got some grip. Let's see. It is 12-ounce knife. Sheath included. Yes, yes, yes. Let's take it outside. All right, first things first. Let's get a really good look at this thing with some sunlight on it. The blade finish, I think that's just gorgeous. I think it's absolutely freaking beautiful. The highly polished edge. That's not damage on the edge, by the way. That's probably my skin. But look at this thing. So well done. The liners just freaking awesome. I got this crusty cardboard here. It's like old hard sun-beaten cardboard. Just want to do a couple cuts. I mean, this knife, the hold is so wonderful. It just sits in the hand. So nice. Now, it's not a fighting knife. It's not made to be. But the way I can get this around, it's really, really sweet. It's not weighted to be a fighting knife, but it's actually pretty darn close. And so, I mean, if you're out in the woods and you get attacked by Bigfoot, this is your survival knife. You can survive with it. All right, let's get to work with this bad boy. Let's get to work. We'll do some little tip spins here. Make sure that tip is really nice. Those holes it's making are pretty sweet. But yeah, the tip is really nice. You got to remember the heat treat over at Work Tuff Gear is really, really well done. Really, really well done. Let's see. Let's take some rope here. Let's take some rope. Give it a nice little cut. And then we're going to try and do some push cuts with it. Oh, wow. That is super simple push cutting. I mean, simple. No saw action needed. I'm using the tip. Remember, in a knife, the sharpest area is going to be over here, right? Usually the dullest area is going to be back here and up here. And the reason this is generally more dull, or I should say less sharp, than here is because you don't want a really fragile tip. And this is nice and hard and nice and solid, yet at the same time, still immaculately sharp. That is super freaking sharp. Really, really nice. Let's take some of this thicker rope here. Make sure I'm still in the thing. Some people, if you go off camera and you cut something just a little off camera, then they say it never happened because it's not on camera. Some people, everybody's got something to say. I mean, this thick rope, this stuff, look how clean that is. That is so clean. It's just, when you have a good knife in your hand, you know it. And this thing is a good knife in my hand, and I know it. So let's see here. Yeah. And right now I'm using that area of the blade, that step down, and I'm locking my thumb in, and I'm having no problem creating a bundle, creating a little bush here. Now I want to go to a side grip, and I want to see what we can't get for some nice thin curls here. Just really good edge geometry. I mean, really good overall knife making. Work Tuff Gear. They do a great job. I mean, there's nothing else you can say. You know, they surround themselves with good designers and great makers. And just, they know how to make a knife. They just know how to make a knife. They do it well. You got to make a fire. You got to survive. You're going to do okay with that. Now, I didn't check the spine to see if it's 90, but it feels like it. So I would guarantee you can strike a ferro rod with this. I always tend to use the ricasso, though, because it always tends to work. And since I never need to cut with the last 1/4 inch of a blade, it's okay. It always works. So let's try. I'm going to use this hose here. So my property was an old farm, and there's all kinds of different kinds of hose. So I always see me breaking out different hoses. But let's see. Nice little rip. Remember, this is 2 sheets of nylon with rubber in the middle. Let's give it a nice twist up there. See if we can't hold that nice and tight. Oh, that's beautiful. And another push cut. And it's just so easy. So easy. Let's see if we can't get a glide across. Bam. It is so easy to look good cutting with a knife that's just made so well. So let's take, what did I have here? What did I have? Oh, I got the plastic. Oh, I got some of this too. Let's use some of this plastic packing strap. And it's just showing you different materials and how it can easily rip through different materials. You know what I mean? If I have to sit here for a half hour and cut the same thing 400 times, I'm not a knife reviewer. I'm just some guy who likes to cut one thing. So I like to cut different mediums, and I go through and I just show you, bam, that's nice. And when you watch like Choir Boys Outdoors, you watch Scab and you watch Joe over at Steel Mindset, it's just, we're going to cut a bunch of different things, and we're not going to spend 1,000 hours being mundane. We're going to cut and show that it cuts and show that it works. These cut and these freaking work. So it makes our job very, very easy. All right, let's see. Nice plastic tube here. It's just material after material. You want to make sure that your knife is going to take each material consistently. You know what I mean? You should, if I can cut plastic tube with this, but I can't cut rope, or I can cut rope, but I can't cut plastic tube, then the knife isn't as versatile as I'd want it to be. It isn't as well-rounded as I want it to be. This is versatile, and this is well-rounded. Let's see, I got a different kind of hose that I just dug out of the ground over there. This thing is so hard, it's like metal. So I'm gonna have to really press on this one. Let's see. Oh, it's actually going pretty nice. Oh, I heard it creaking. This is sitting in the Arizona sun, getting nice and dry, nice and hard. And it's, I mean, that is a hard piece of something. I wonder if I can actually push through it. Let's see here. Let's see here. This is a hard material. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that worked out pretty freaking nicely. So let's see here. Let's see here if we can't bang on it a little bit. We're coming on a big knot, and I'm talking big knot. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get right over that post. Ooh, that's going to be a big knot. I don't know if I can get through that one. I don't know if I can get through that one. Soon find out. Let's give it a little bit more room there. Oh, we are in it. Right now, I am inside of that knot. Let's see. Ooh, that's going to be hard. That's hard. If you're going to damage a knife or damage an edge, and don't do it on purpose, please. That drives me crazy. It's going to be going through a knot. So I don't want to damage this blade. The thing is, I don't think I'm going to. I have so much confidence in their blades. He says, why don't you screw this stuff down, D-Bad? Oh, man. We're going to pull it out pretty soon and give it a look and see what's happening, because this is a hard knot. Remember, I am in Arizona. The wood is hardwood out here. This isn't pine. This isn't fir. It's not anything like that. These are hard trees. Ooh. I'm actually going through the knot. I know this part's taking a little long, so I might just pull it out. But I really want to show you how tough these damn things are. Oh, that is... Look at this. I am absolutely buried into this knot here. I can see the color change. I don't know if you're going to be able to. Inside the wood, that dark line, that is saying, stop, stop. It's too hard. Wow, we are really digging into this. Oh, we are digging into this. All right, so the knife is now completely into the knot. Let's pull it out. Let's pull it out and see what we are looking at here. That is a serious knot. Look at this. Tell me what you see going on with that edge that shouldn't be there. And I'll wait for the answers, because there are none. That edge is still beautiful. There's no warping, nothing. You can see that knot was so hard, it took off the coating of the knife in this one little spot. That is bonkers. So let's see. After that, and this is why I wanted to do this last, is it still sharp? And I want to go right where I was hammering. So right where I literally, right here, and I showed you could see the spot. It was still super sharp. So this is leather, rubber, mesh. you've ever seen a cat chase a laser, my dog, she's chasing the reflection off my watch, and she's below me. You guys can't see it, but she's just digging all around. This knife, let me come over here. We gotta do some chopping. This knife is crazy good. This knife is crazy good. All right, let's see. Let's see here. I'm gonna do some handheld chops, which isn't good for lopping things off because it moves, but it's gonna show you some chopping. And I am choked down and I am able to hold on. Look at that. Angry beaver. I didn't think I was going to get through it because I was holding it, but this knife is freaking awesome. So, the Steadfast Large by Tuff Gear. This knife is for real. This knife is for real. Designed well, built well. Just everything about it is the right knife. I mean, I already said it. Scab, Choir Boys Outdoors. The guy's awesome. He's the one that sent this. Check out his channel. Subscribe. This thing's phenomenal. Absolutely a worthy blade. This will get you there and back. This is a great knife. With that, I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.